Hello, welcome to Orange Suits and Boots. Would you like to introduce yourself quickly?
Oh my gosh, I should have prepared for this.
Nah.
Oh my gosh, I have to talk about myself. Okay,
Who'd have thunked?
Who'd have thought? So, hi, I'm Lucy. I'm a motorsport content creator. I generally just do a bit of everything. Name a role in motorsport, and I pretty much do that except for driving. Like, I love to just dip my toes into everything that I can. So I'll interview drivers, I'll make TikToks of drivers. I'm a fangirl. I've done some marshalling. Like, literally, I will just try and do everything because I love racing so much. And my main thing is I want to try and connect the fans to their favorite drivers, be that little bridge between them, and show people that you can get out there and get involved in motorsport at all levels. It doesn't have to just be F1, and there's so much to do and experience, and just to make it feel very welcoming.
I love that. We're definitely into making motorsport welcoming. What got you into motorsport? Is it something you've liked since you were a kid, or?
It's a really good answer, I think I have for this. I think the signs have always been there. The stars have always aligned. Literally, my earliest memory of being alive was playing Crash Team Racing on the PlayStation, which is like a racing game for those that don't know. That is my earliest memory. If I think back as early as I possibly can, that is the earliest memory I have. A racing game. One of the first film I ever went to see at the cinema was Cars. On a Sunday, my dad would always be watching F1 on my TV, and I'd kind of walk in and I'd be mesmerized. I'd be like, oh my God, these cars are so cool.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, my favorite game growing up from there was Mario Kart. Just everything has just had that racing. Like, I was actually thinking about it today, that it's always been there. It's always been something. Like, I followed F1 very loosely from about 5 years old because my dad would have it on TV. And then it was around 2019 when I saw Drive to Survive. And I already knew I liked F1. So I would consider myself as already being an F1 fan before that. But I was a very casual viewer. And I saw Drive to Survive on Netflix, and I was like, oh my God, Lewis Hamilton, how's he getting on? So I literally clicked on it just to see how Lewis is doing. And then I was like, oh my God, wait, I love this sport. Why did I stop watching? Because I stopped watching for a few years because it came off the BBC and it wasn't free to watch anymore. And I was like, why did I stop watching? Oh yeah. And then I just got back in. I was like, I'm going back into this. I love racing. And yeah, it's just been my life ever since. So yeah, the stars aligned.
So how did you go from that, like, all the stars aligning into what you're doing now? And can you give us a little bit of an explanation about what it is you do with your time?
Yeah. So, I mean, I always kind of, for the first few years, I watched as like a fan, and I was the sofa viewer. I'd sit there and I'd go, oh, that looks really fun. But I'd always thought, that's too expensive. I can't get to a Formula One race. I can't really be involved in motorsport. It was always something I'd watch on TV. And then it was 2021. It was just as COVID was kind of finishing. And there was a girls on track opportunity at the London E-Prix for Formula E. And I went along to that because I just got into Formula E during lockdown because F1 wasn't on. Formula E was. They did 6 races in Berlin in 6 days. I would have watched like anything race at this point. Like, I would have rolled 2 cans down a street and watched them go. So
watch 2 slinkies down the staircase.
Yeah, literally, like anything. So yeah, I just was like, yeah, I'll watch that. And then I realized Formula E is amazing. So that's why I started going into other series. And then, yeah, I went to this Girls on Track event and I got really inspired there. I realized that I don't have to just watch the sport. I can be part of the sport and I belong in this sport. And it was like the awakening. And I was like, oh my God, I can do everything. And that's why I've started doing everything. Literally, I was like, I'm going to do this, and this. It was amazing. So yeah, that's actually, so I came home from that really inspired and genuinely wanting to make my mark in motorsport. And that was the day I made my TikTok account and started making videos.
Amazing. How did it kind of grow from there?
I just kept posting videos and I had a few videos go viral. So I was getting more and more followers and people were like, oh my gosh, I love your content. And I actually made a vlog of going to the Girls on Track because I was so nervous about going and I wanted to know what to expect. And I'd looked online and there was absolutely nothing. So I was like, oh my God, if I make a vlog, then people like me who are nervous about going and don't know what to expect, they'll have a bit more of an idea. So it was a really bad video, but I put it on YouTube. And I was like, wait, I enjoyed filming that. Like, it was nice. It made me feel like I had a purpose while I was there as well. So again, the stars aligned. Like, I was destined to be a content creator.
I love that. And that's such a good point, because it's very rare that we get those kind of videos that just explain everything all in one, and they show you what you're doing, and it makes you just feel more comfortable.
Literally, I feel like I need like flashcards, like to show a little picture of like, and here's the entrance, and here's like, I feel like I'm the YouTube version of that sometimes.
I love it. Did you get involved in Girls on Track stuff after that?
No, actually, I really wanted to, but I don't know how to go about it. Like I've always followed Girls on Track from there and always seen them on socials and always try and hype them up.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, I don't think I've done anything with them since, but I'm open. No, they do amazing work. And I mean, I know firsthand that without that experience, I probably wouldn't be where I am now. So it was one of those things that sometimes you just have to be told you can do that.
Yeah.
You don't need permission, but I think sometimes you just don't see it as an option, because I mean, you look on TV and you'll just see men doing it and you'll think, it's not that you think you can't do it. It's just that you don't see that you can.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh,
I can.
I can, so I will. It's exactly that. It's like, no one told you couldn't. It's just that you didn't realize you could. And then when you realize you could, you're like, oh my God, like,
I can do it.
Hands in all applies.
I'm going to do everything.
Yeah.
So walk us through kind of your 2025. How are you doing now? What have you done? Any highlights of the year?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, 2025 was probably my busiest and craziest year yet. So I basically tried to do absolutely as much as I could. So anything that was on, like if there was a weekend where I could go to a track, I would go.
Yeah.
So I went to British F4 for the first time. I did GB3 and GB4. British F4 is one of my favorites, by the way. It's so
That's good to know. Tell us why.
It's just so accessible and fun. Like, you can get everywhere. You can really get in amongst it all. It just feels like you're a part of it. And yeah, the whole British F4 team were really supportive as well. So they found out I was going to be there. So they were like, hey, would you like to come and do some interviews with our drivers? Because I was originally there for British touring cars. So then I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, of course I'd interview some of your drivers. So the socials admin actually set me up with some interviews with some of the drivers.
Oh my gosh.
I had a few that I wanted to talk to, like some of the bigger names and the ones that were kind of, had potential to be the winner of the championship.
Yeah.
But she actually picked them for me as well, because I was like, actually, you tell me who you think will be good. And that's when I met Chase Fernandez. Let me tell you, that is my favorite interview I've ever done. I don't know if you've seen what happened in that interview.
I haven't.
Okay, so I asked him what his favorite dessert is, and he said Biscoff brownies. And he didn't just say Biscoff brownies. He went on a tangent. He talked all about these Biscoff brownies.
Yes.
The gooiness and the taste and how they're made and the perfect cooking. And I made a little clip of it, put it on my TikTok, my Instagram, and it got quite a lot of attention. And a lot of British F4 fans, because basically it was Chase looking at the camera and saying, if you're coming to a British F4 race, bring me Biscoff brownies.
Oh my gosh.
And the fans delivered. So this, I'm going to say it, this poor guy, every single race weekend, he is getting boxes upon boxes of Biscoff brownies now. And he's a racing driver, so he can't eat them all. So I think he's basically been only able to have like one from each box. Oh, buddy. And then the rest is his family. So his family love me.
Yeah.
They think
he's just sat there like, this is so cruel.
Yeah, literally. At least he's getting to eat some of them.
Yeah.
But he can't eat all of them. But yeah, so it's just things like that. Like, you just end up in these situations, and now this random racing driver is getting Biscoff brownies every day.
I mean, not to plug, but by all means, if he wants to come bring some Biscoff brownies to Marshall's, we will love him forever.
That is a wonderful idea. I will say, next time I see him, I will say, if you've got any spare,
give me some brownies.
Marshalls. We love the Marshalls. So it's just been great overall, and they've let me do a lot of things as well. So I recently did a challenge video with 8 of British F4 drivers. So I had them blindfolded.
Oh my God.
And a 3D printed version of the track. So it was all the tracks from their calendar, but 3D printed, and they had to hold it and literally like try and guess it from there without seeing it. They did so well.
Really? I would be so bad at that.
They literally, half of them got all of them right.
Whoa.
And half missed one, but they were really close.
That's insane.
Which is just insane. Like, even looking at them, I'd struggle.
Yeah. Like, I couldn't just blindfolded feel them and be like, oh, yeah, that's Silverstone. The only one I could possibly do is Donington. Maybe Silverstone. Anything more than that, and I would just be lost. I'd be like, it's a track.
Yeah. So there was a really funny clip from that video. I had Thomas Behrman doing it, and he was blindfolded, and he had Donington, and it was the national circuit, so it didn't have that little.
Oh, I didn't have the Melbourne Loop.
Yeah, so it was very just kind of round, and he was tracing along it with his hands, and he was like, turn 1, turn 2. He was like, yeah, this feels just like Donington, but the chicane's the wrong way. And I know it can't be the wrong way because I 3D printed it accurately.
Yeah.
So he's like, the chicane's the wrong way. It's Donington, but the chicane's the wrong way. And eventually he locked in on Donington, and he was like, but you got the chicane wrong. And I'm like, no. Thomas, were you holding it the wrong way? And he flips it round, and he's like, oh. Which is another of my favorite clips of all time, because he was fighting for his life for about 30 seconds trying to work out why this chicane was the wrong way. And it's the way he just flips it over, and he's like, oh. But he got it. He got it all right.
That's impressive. It's going to be like pretty surreal to have gone from that initial Girls on Track video to now I'm interviewing F4 drivers.
Yeah, no, it's so surreal. It's literally, it's like my little fangirl dream coming true. I feel like I'm the person that I'd always wanted to see.
Yeah,
like I'm exactly what I would have wanted, and that's how I plan my content as well. I'm like, what would Lucy sat at home want to see right now?
Yeah,
and I think about that, and that's what I do. I will just do it.
I love that. That's such a good way of doing it as well, because then you know it's authentic and it feels better for like your audience as well. What else have you kind of done in 2025 then?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. See, this is how crazy of a year it's been. I've done so much. So I'm also, a fun fact about me, this is a little bit aside from motorsport. I am terrified of flying. Like, absolutely
really?
Terrified. Yes.
Okay. You went to Switzerland.
I did. So this is it. Like, I faced my fear. So again, I did a vlog. So I went to Eurovision in Switzerland.
Oh,
it was amazing. And I was literally crying on the plane. Like, I boarded the plane and I was sobbing. And the crew was so nice because I was trying to be all brave about it. But basically, I just found out as I boarded that there was a 2-hour delay, except we were going to spend that 2-hour delay on the plane. So we boarded and they shut the doors, and then we had to sit for 2 hours before takeoff.
Funny.
I was in bits, but I handled it like a champion.
Yeah.
But the crew was so nice. They were like, do you want to come and see the cockpit? So I went and saw the cockpit.
That's so cool.
All of it as well. I was like, I'm going to show every aspect of this. So I was literally holding the phone and I was crying, and I was like, this is so cool, guys. The pilots are awesome. So yeah, a lot of 2025 was about facing that fear, because my boyfriend's in America.
Oh my gosh.
I really want to go and meet his family. He keeps coming over here, bless him, but I have still not been over there yet. So I was like, this is the year I'm going to take my life back. I'm going to get on those planes and go on my adventures.
Yes.
So I went to Dublin. I went to Italy. I went to France. I went to Switzerland. I went to Belgium. I did 5 flights, like 5 sets of flights all last year.
That is
so
amazing.
That's on facing your fears.
Yeah.
So my plans for this year, I'm hoping to do a lot of overseas Formula E events. I'm currently looking at flights to Madrid. Might do Berlin, might do Monaco.
That's so exciting.
Great. Oh yeah, my flight to Italy got cancelled.
Okay.
So I just picked it because it was cheap. It got cancelled, but Ryanair, they're going to lose money if it's cancelled.
Yeah.
It was cancelled because of strikes in Italy. So they just diverted the flight to a different airport. So I ended up in some random place in Italy, an hour away from where I was trying to go, on my own. This was solo travel. Then I looked at I had to walk into the town from the airport. It took half an hour. And as I was walking into the town, I saw a sign for Faenza, and I was like,
hello,
I've heard that. So I literally went to see the V-Carb factory because I was there, just on chance. Like, I just walked outside. I was like, oh my God, that's V-Carb. Like, I just somehow landed next to V-Carb.
What was it like?
It was tiny.
Really?
Little. It was so small. Because I mean, I've seen several F1 factories and they're all massive. They're like a campus. V-Carb was like a little block. It was just, they had a building. You could go around the outside of it quite easily. and they had another little hut next to it, and that was it. Yeah, London E3 was a huge highlight. So I went as accredited media, which is so exciting. I did it in 2024 as well. And there's a media pen. And that media pen is terrifying. Media pens in general are terrifying.
Why? Tell us about them.
Oh my gosh. So basically, imagine you're in a room and there's like a little fence, basically. And they put the drivers in there. But before the drivers get in there, all the media kind of converge. Basically, just imagine there's like 100 media people. Maybe it's more like 50. Okay, let's go again. There's like 50 media people.
Yeah.
And like 10 drivers. And everyone wants to talk to the drivers. So, and it's in this small area. Everyone's kind of jostling for position. And, you know, there's these giant pieces of camera equipment coming in. And, you know, you're looking up and there's this guy that's like double your height with like a camera and a really fancy, expensive microphone. And then to the left, there's like the BBC are there or something. And then there's me with my phone, just like, hi! Say hi to the fans. When they come into the media pen, everyone's like yelling for the driver they want to talk to.
Oh my gosh, what?
It's a free-for-all in there. And this is just how media pens go.
Terrifying.
So, if people want to talk to like Pascal Wehrlein, they're like, Pascal. And everyone's trying to like flag him down. And like his press officer stood next to him trying to get an order. And she's like, you first, then you. Like they're all trying to get it done. I feel so bad for the press officers. They are brave soldiers.
Yeah.
Basically, you've just got to try and catch someone's eye right as they finish an interview. So you'll literally be stood there like getting ready to pounce, and then you'll see them just finish, and you'll be like, and then they come over and you're like, ah. And then as they're coming towards you, you're like, oh, I got one. Oh my God, I got one. And then you realize you've got to actually do the interview now. Like, it doesn't even end when you get one. So because you don't know which drivers you're going to get, it's really hard to prepare because it's so like you can't
plan it.
So you're like on the phone. So I had Degrassi come up to me and I was trying to ask him a question. I realized in all the panic, I hadn't actually focused my camera because I'd been holding it up for so long. It had focused on the wall behind him. So he was blurry. I was holding the mic in one hand and my phone in the other because multitasking queen.
Yeah.
I didn't have a hand spare to click on the screen.
So how do you refocus your camera?
I had to get innovative. So I booped it with my nose. So I'm holding it and he's talking and like midway through him talking, I'm like, it worked. I literally got it to work. It focused. His face was crystal clear, but he stopped talking mid-question. He just looked at me. And then he turned to his press officer and looked back at me and he was like, did you just boop the camera with your nose? And I was like, yes. Focus, I'm so sorry. And then he burst out laughing and he got his press officer and he shook her and he was like, did you see what she just did? And I was like, you were out of focus.
I had to do something.
I was trying to be so like inconspicuous and sneaky and not interrupt the flow.
And he was like, absolutely not. This needs to be known.
So the media pen is absolutely terrifying, but it can be so fun. Like when you're confident in yourself and you just go in there and just commit, you have the best time ever. But it's so scary and so intense.
It sounds terrifying.
You have to go lie down for like an hour afterwards.
In a dark room, just like rocking
in a dark room. Yeah, literally take deep breaths into the paper bag, you know. Yeah.
But like, how do you have the confidence to go into that? Surely the first time you went into something like that, it was terrifying. How do you actually have the confidence to go and do that every time?
I don't know. Truly, I think I'm just fueled by passion. It's one of those things where it's like you just have to do it. So the very first one was 2024. And so all the drivers are in the press conference just before. I skipped a press conference to get a front row spot for the media pen.
Smart.
Tactic. There you go. Pro tip. So I was like front and center because I was like, I'm going to get an interview because this would have been my first Formula E interview. Ready, all prepared. There was barely anyone there. Had my phone, had my mic, boom, ready to go. Literally all the drivers come out and all the media like follow them out. And they all crowd around me. And this guy, you know how I'm saying there's people like way bigger than you with the fancy equipment? Yeah. One of those guys literally just muscles me out the way. I don't know if he even meant to do it. I don't think he did. I think he just saw me as not even there because he was so locked in on getting it. He was tunnel visioned onto this one spot right next to me. And he just kind of nudged me out his space. that was my space.
That was your space.
And he's there with his big camera and I'm there with my little phone, and then someone's come in on the other side and I've basically been pushed backwards. And I was like, oh no. And I couldn't do it. And it was all of a sudden the room was so busy and it was loud, it was overwhelming, and I'd failed in my head. I'd failed. I'd got this accreditation and I'd wasted it, and they were never going to have me back again. And I was disappointed. You know, you overthink these things.
Yeah, the catastrophizing stuff.
Yeah. And I was panicking. It felt like all the air had gone out the room. I was like, oh my God, I've ruined everything. It wasn't my fault. I didn't realize how intense the media pen could get. I thought we were all going to be polite about it. We were not.
No.
I literally started crying. I was there in the corner of the room, just like in tears, because I was like, this is too much. Like, do I even belong here? And my boyfriend was actually with me at the time. So he'd come in to help me like film stuff and take notes for me and everything. And he hyped me up. He was like, you belong here.
Yes.
You're great. You're excellent. They wouldn't have given you this pass if they didn't believe in you.
Yes.
You belong in this room just as much as everyone else. Like, he gave me the pep talk of all time.
I love it. He sounds great.
We love a supportive man. So yes, he gets me up. He's like, come on, we're not leaving this pen without interviewing a driver. So I go round to like the very edge, the very corner, because there's like, it's like a school. You've got the like eager students, drivers, at the front answering all the questions, and you've got the naughty kids at the back. You've got like a few drivers hanging back, like kind of trying to be like this.
I'm not here.
Hoping no one notices. Like, they've basically got their backs to us and they're basically looking at the wall. The only way to get to them is through their press officers.
Yeah.
So yeah, my boyfriend kind of leads me around the side. He's like, let's just try and get one of these that no one wants to talk to. So we kind of look in and I spot, there he is, Dan Tictum. Nobody wants to talk to Dan Tictum. So I was like, excuse me, can I interview you? And I hadn't actually thought, because he'd just had a race. He'd just had a disaster. A classic. This poor guy, his luck is terrible. He was miserable. I was pretty miserable too. We both had a pretty bad day.
You were like, look, we're both doing bad. Let's just help each other.
He came up to me and he looked so grumpy, but I was feeling grumpy, so I just matched his energy. I was like, how was your race? Like, we were both just so like miserable. It was so funny. And he was like, do you want the honest answer? And I was like, just give me the honest answer. And then he just talked about how rubbish his race had been. I was like, I feel you. That sucks. Sorry, man. Like,
I love it.
Honestly, he gave me that confidence back in myself. Because like wacky as an interview it was, like the fact that he'd talked to me and seen me as just someone just as valid as everyone else. Like, he gave me his time in that media pen. I interviewed a driver in a media pen. I did it. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
I've just got to smile a bit more now and probably talk to a driver who probably wants to talk about their race. So then I jumped back in and I managed to grab, they were all leaving by this point. They were all clearing off. And I just managed to grab Norman Natto, and he gave me a good interview as well. I was like, oh my God, I did it. And so we had 2 days because it's a double header. And literally the next morning I woke up in the hotel. It's like my eyes snapped open. I was like, media pen. I'm literally going to crush the media pen.
Yes.
And I went in, I did that. I did 5 drivers the next day.
Dang.
I held my ground. I plugged in and I held my ground. I was like, I'm doing this. I deserve to be here. I belong. And I think it's just that you've just got to do it. Like, you've just got to tell yourself, you've got to have that confidence. You've got to just say, I belong here. I have been trusted with this opportunity. I'm going to take it. I don't need to. There are plenty of people who are going to try and put me down. You know, I don't need to join them.
No.
I'm just going to believe in myself and, you know, take the opportunities.
You did so well. Honestly, I am so impressed. I feel like I would have cried, sat in the corner and been like, I'm not going back.
A bit reasonable. To be honest, I had that feeling. I actually put a tweet out like that night saying what a miserable time I'd had. Yeah. And I probably would have gone into I'm not going back. But I got so many nice messages on that tweet, like from people who'd been in the media pen. Katie Fairman was one of them. And she left me a lovely message saying that she'd had a panic attack the first media pen she did. And that it's really normal to feel that way. And like, Katie's someone that I really look up to. Like, she does amazing work and she's just such a wonderful person. I was like, oh my gosh, she's had the same experience as me. I'm not weird.
Yeah.
This is actually quite normal to feel like that.
It is an overwhelming thing.
Yeah. So I was like, actually, yeah, I can do it. All these people in the industry are telling me you belong here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I belong here.
Yeah.
That's why I woke up so determined, because I was like, we're going to get it this time.
I love that.
We're going to take it.
So what have you got planned for 2026 then?
Well, I briefly hinted earlier, so I'm hoping to go to at least 2 out of the Madrid E-Prix, the Berlin E-Prix, the Monaco E-Prix. I want to do the London E-Prix as well. Dutch Grand Prix, example, the very last one.
Good choice.
Other than that, it's a bit up in the air. So I want to try and go to as many GB3, GB4, British F4 rounds as possible. I'm hoping to go and visit my boyfriend this summer.
Good luck.
In America. Fingers crossed. If the stars align for that, I might go and try my first ever IndyCar race. Because they're doing one at Road America around the time I'm thinking of going. And Road America is quite close to where he lives. So
that sounds pretty good.
Yeah. So at the minute, I'm kind of just going to see where everything takes me, kind of go where the wind blows, keep getting out there and going along to as many things as I can. And yeah, just being in it.
What advice would you give someone, like little you starting out with it? What advice would you give them?
Don't be so sad about Alex Albon. It's not really career advice, but like he got dropped from Formula One, and my 18-year-old self, that was the end of the world.
Oh my
God. The world ended on that day. I watched DTM for a whole season, and then he just got back into F1, and now he's with Williams and he's thriving, and I ended up going on a 5K run with him.
What?
Randomly. Yeah.
Oh,
me too. Yeah, there was a running event in London where you could just do a 5K run with Alex Albon, and maybe 100 people showed up. So that happened. This is the thing. You've just got to go on side quests. You just have to do it sometimes. But no, my advice, actually, my professional advice to my younger self. Oh man, just do it. I'd say just post the video. Don't worry about being such a perfectionist. Just put it out there. Do it right first, and then you can make it better if you want to. But people don't actually care in reality how perfect something is. They just want to see you, because as an individual, you are what shines the brightest. It's what you can bring to the table that matters as an individual. You don't have to try and be like everybody else. Just be yourself, post the video, put yourself out there, and just be confident in that. Trust in yourself and just be you. So
I love that. Now, just to finish off, obviously everyone that's listening, I would hope, is already following Orange Suits and Boots, but if not, give us a follow, subscribe, share it with your friends, all of the good stuff. Would you like to plug your socials now?
Yes, my name is Last Lap Lucy. That's last lap like the last lap of a race. Lucy. Same username everywhere. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Please follow me. I promise I make good videos. I try my best. And yeah, drop me a message anytime to anyone who's interested in asking anything. I'm always very, very, very happy to have a chat.